Living a healthy lifestyle isn't sustainable. This is something that I hear very often, and it's time to debunk that belief. So, you're someone who believes that living a lifestyle isn't sustainable. Maybe you've tried health programs in the past and you might get results from them, but then you end up going back to your old habits, back to your old behaviors. Keep watching. This video is designed to help you overcome that and also look at some deeper reasons why you could be believing that belief. And also, if you are a health practitioner, you might also find this helpful so that you can help your clients overcome this belief. This is um, something, like I said, I hear this quite often, and our role as practitioners is to help our clients overcome the things that are keeping them stuck. So, this can help you whether or not you're a practitioner. If you are on a health journey and you find yourself believing this belief that it's just not sustainable, you're going to get something from this. So, hello, everybody. My name is Megan Warren. I'm a holistic practitioner. And let's just get right to it. What are we waiting for? Let's dive right into it. So, this belief, living a healthy lifestyle, isn't sustainable. I want to break this down. I'm always looking at, okay, what is the deeper meaning behind this? See, what I do in my practice and what I love doing is looking to see how is the mind playing a role? The mind is always playing a role. 95% of what we do is unconscious. 95% of what we do is on autopilot. It's automatic. So there's 5% of us that is conscious of the choices that we make, the decisions that we make, and the things that we're doing throughout our day. So, what I see often a lot of times is people decide, okay, I'm ready to invest in my health. I'm ready to get healthier. This is my year. Starting Monday, right? Can anyone relate to that? This is happening. That 5% is deciding that. That 5% is like, let's go. We're ready. And then you have the other 95% that can be getting in the way of that can be weighing you down, and it can feel heavy. And so I'm always looking at what's the meaning behind this belief. So if someone is coming to me and they're telling me, I've tried a lot of things and it just isn't sustainable for me. I'm like, okay, let's get to the root of that. Let's get to the root of that belief so that you can overcome that and start living a lifestyle. So there are three deeper meanings that I broke down from this, and there can be others. I'm not saying that this is exclusively the only three beliefs of why someone might believe this, but these are the three that came to me when I was thinking about this belief initially. So the first one is, if I get healthy, and before I go into that, I want you to just see which one resonates with you. If you tune in to your body and you have that automatic feeling like, yes, that's that's really that's really my fear, or that's really what I'm believing, then that's going to be your answer. Okay, so I want you to just pay attention to the signals that you get in your body. Pay attention to what's an automatic, like, yep, that's it, and then, nah, that doesn't really resonate. If that's the case for you, then that's probably not the deeper meaning for you. And if you find yourself resonating with all three, okay, then you know where to get started. You know you know what's weighing you down. You know what beliefs are keeping you stuck. So here we go. If I get healthy, then I will have to change how I'm living. If I get healthy, then I will change how I'm living. Then I will have to change how I'm living. So that's the first part. People don't like change. Unconsciously, we don't like change because the mind is wired to move towards things that are familiar, things that are comfortable, things that give us pleasure, and things that just feel safe and secure. What is familiar, even if it's not really in our best interest and it doesn't really give us security or safety, can be the thing that we don't want to change. So again, if I get healthy, then I have to change how I'm living. It could also be if I get healthy, then I have to change too much. And what the mind is always trying to do, what the subconscious mind is always trying to do, is conserve energy. We want to do the things that on autopilot naturally we can do without using a whole lot of energy. Okay, so that's the first one. Living healthy lifestyle is sustainable, broken down to if I get healthy, then I have to change how I'm living or I have to change too much. Does that resonate? The second one, if I get healthy, or getting healthy means, let's say it like that. Getting healthy means I have to give up the things that I love. And then we said, if I get healthy, then I have to give up something. Sometimes what we are unconsciously thinking is in order to get something I really want, that means I have to sacrifice something else. I have to give something up. And that's just not true. You can have both. You can continue to do the things that you love and get healthy. And if anything, you might feel better doing the things that you love when you are in a healthier state, when you have more mental clarity, when you feel more energy in your body, when you have that internal vibrancy of what aliveness gives us. A lot of us are really craving that. We want to feel vibrant. We want to feel radiant. We want to feel alive. And you can, with this new way of living, so I'm going to bring in that first belief, with this new way of changing your lifestyle, you might start to find new things that you love. Your values might change. Health might become a huge priority for you and a big value of yours. Health is a big value of mine. It wasn't always a big value of mine. It became a value of mine when I became sick and I didn't feel good. I had a thyroid issue in my early 20s and I felt like crap. And so from that point on, I decided I do not want to feel this way. I should not be feeling this way at my age. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to feel better. I'm willing to learn how to naturally heal from whatever is going on in my body at the time I didn't know why. And so I started to fall in love with new ways of eating, new ways of moving my body, new ways of taking care of myself, new hobbies, new things. And so this belief of getting healthy means I have to give something up. Well, maybe it's time for that thing to be given up in the first place. Maybe it's time for you to let go of toxic habits. Maybe this is going to help you get to your next growth stage. We're all here to grow and to learn, and we're learning from experiences in our life that get us out of alignment, that get us out of balance. And so for a lot of people, a health crisis happens, or they find themselves with disease or in a state of like, I'm sick, I don't feel good. And automatically the mind starts to look at what's wrong with me, I'm broken, I need to fix this. And what can be really helpful is starting to look at this in a way of how can I learn how to take better care of myself? What is out of alignment? How can I start to nourish myself better, learn more about myself? And with that comes a new level of love, really. Starting to love yourself more and take care of yourself more. So I went on a little tangent there, but really I want you to think about that. The third belief, if I'm breaking this down to a deeper meaning, it could be living a healthy lifestyle causes more complication in my life. And this is tied to, it might feel stressful at first when you're figuring out how to do these new things. It might feel like this is There's so much information out there because there is. There's a lot of information, and a lot of us decide that we want to figure it out on our own. There's tons of information at our fingertips on this platform, on other platforms, and that can be very complicating. It can be very complicating to take it all in and then decipher what you need to do, what's best for you when you have all of this information coming at you at a rapid speed. And so I see that and I get it. But again, coming back to when you learn to live a healthy lifestyle, what if it actually caused less stress in your life, less complication? And I want to use some analogies here to help you guys. I love analogies. I'm also a visual learner, so I want you to if you see this vision of the analogies, it might help you really grasp the understanding more. The first analogy that I want to use is like learning to drive a car. When we first learn how to drive a car, there's so many things that we have to pay attention to, right? Your hands are on 10 and 2. You're noticing how to turn on the car, where your blinker is, looking at the mirrors. Are the lights on? Are they off? There's a lot of different things that you just are not familiar with, right? And you probably feel a little stressed. You might think it's complicated. So first, learn how to drive a car. And then over time, it becomes second nature. It becomes so easy. It becomes part of your routine. It becomes automatic, right? It's like you get in your car and you're driving to Target. You're driving somewhere. You get to your destination and you're like, how the heck did I get here? I was thinking about something else. I wasn't even paying attention. It's true, right? And so the same thing is true for living a healthy lifestyle. At first, it's like, okay, it's a little wonky here. I don't really know what I need to do first. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you're like, no, I got it together. I know exactly what I need to do, but I just can't figure out the root cause of why I feel so tired. Or I can't figure out why I have this acne on my face, or I'm having these digestion issues like constipation. Maybe it's hormonal issues and you just want to get to the root and you feel like you're doing everything right. That also might feel complicated. And so with that example, it's like learning how to do something differently, because maybe what you're doing isn't working for you. And the example I'm going to use here is, when I was having my thyroid issues, I was over exercising because at this time I was gaining weight. I had gained weight and it was coming on pretty fast, and I was tired all of the time. And so I said, okay, I need to exercise more. I need to limit carbohydrates. And so these are the two things. Over exercising causes more stress in the body. Under eating or removing certain food groups over an extended period of time. I'm not eating high quality foods. I was in the generation of fat-free, a lot of just processed foods is what I was eating at that time. And I was slowly, starting to learn how to incorporate better foods, but there were things that I could do better. And that was learning how to do movement that was more supportive for my thyroid, supportive for my stress response and my adrenals. And the same with food, really using food as nourishment. So this could be something that, like maybe it's some fine tuning, some tweaking that needs to be done. So the other analogy that I have is, think about fixing your hair, putting on makeup. When you first learned how to do that, ladies, you were probably like, how the heck do I use this curling iron? This is weird, right? And then over time, it just became easy. And you do it. Unless you're still at that stage, and I get it. I've always enjoyed like putting on makeup, watching makeup tutorial videos, things like that. But you have to learn first, right? You have to learn the process. And then you apply it and you try it and you see if you like it and if it works for you. The same thing is true for your health. You have to tune in and you have to notice, like, how does this make me feel when I start to incorporate strength training and less hit, less cardio. When I started incorporating that, how does my energy feel? How do I feel when I wake up in the morning? And starting to really listen to your body in that way. And the third example that I want you to think about is just a personal example for you. I want you to look at a time in your life where maybe this is a work situation or a career, like you're learning a new process for something. And to just look at first, it was challenging probably. You had to learn all the ins and outs, and then before you knew it, you had it down like a champ. Something that comes to my mind, before I was a holistic practitioner, I was a middle school teacher, and we used a process where it was called backwards design, and we looked at where we were going, the end goal, and they were called T's. And we had to plan our curriculum based on where they needed to meet, like their goals, our expectations for them, where we're headed, the destination. We would use a backwards design approach to create the curriculum and our lessons and all of that stuff. At first, I was like, this is challenging. This is something that, we really need to learn how to do and grasp. And now, actually, this is better lighting. Now, just a second. I use the same approach when I am creating programs. I use the backwards design approach. And so that process has helped me as a practitioner look at, okay, where are we going and what's going to get them there? And so, it's like a lot of times when you are learning something new, so let's say you're on this health journey and you're learning new ways of eating, new ways of moving your body, and you get to teach this to your family. You get to be a role model in your family. And I think that we are in this day and age where people are waking up to preventative health, and we get to teach our families a new way of living and a new way of being, a new way of taking care of ourselves. I think we're getting out of this hustle culture and more into this, like the balance of, we put in the work that we do, the hard work that we do, and we also rest and we take care of our body. And there can be both. We don't have to burn ourselves out. That's what we're moving towards. So, okay, let's just wrap this up now. So living a healthy lifestyle isn't sustainable. I want you to go back and I want you to really look at what is the belief that you had. And then where you can start is one step. Start with one thing that you're willing to change today. Maybe that is adding in more protein in your diet. Maybe that looks like, I'm going to get out and walk 20 minutes a day after I eat breakfast, maybe after dinner, and start there. Tune in and notice how you feel. And then when you're ready, take it to the next level, take it to the next step. What is something else that you can start to do? Me and my husband, we are still swapping out our stuff for like less toxic stuff in our home. An example that, we have all the cookware, skin products, makeup, things like that. I've slowly changed over time to cleaner options. But the one thing recently that I switched to that's coming to my mind is a new hairbrush. I used to have a plastic one, and now I got one that has boar bristles, and it's a natural one that's better for your hair. And we're not getting the plastic toxic substances from hairbrush. So, okay, guys. Well, I hope that this was helpful for you. Think about that belief again, and I want you to just notice if you have a shift in the way that you're thinking about it now. Is there a new way that, a healthy lifestyle is sustainable? I just get to change the way that I'm looking at it. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you're looking at start to change. That is a famous Wayne Dyer quote. And it's so true. Perception is everything. So if you can start there, you will have a much easier time creating a sustainable, healthy lifestyle, the thing that you really want the most. Okay, see you guys later.